All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Let's talk about Donald Trump, President Trump, talking about that he's going to be, he's considering sending the National Guard, to Chicago. Okay, to Chicago. Okay. And of course, he's gotten a lot of backlash from that, which is obvious because no one really wants the National Guard to take over Chicago, right? And of course, Illinois' governor says that we don't want Trump sending the National Guard to Chicago. Yeah. And he said he hasn't talked to Donald Trump about it yet. But let's go back because 4 or 5 years ago, was it 4 years ago? 2013 maybe, on my Eyes Open Media, the Eyes Open Media Facebook page that we used to have. We talked about this, and I remember some of the prophets talking about that Chicago would be attacked militarily style. So they've already been planning this a long time ago. So what Donald Trump said recently is something that's already been planned in secret for a while. Okay, because we knew about it back in 2013 that they were going to and we posted it on Eyes Open Media Facebook page that what the prophets were saying that Chicago would be attacked military style. Okay, that means the National Guard will be coming through because they can't solve their own problems. Okay, and Chicago would be, what probably will happen first is a false flag. Okay, and then that will give them the reason to finally just go in their military style. Okay, so for them to just go in military style right now, with the governor and the mayor and all the other people are saying, nah, we don't really need that, would be a lot harder. But if there was some type of false flag event that happened, like an explosion or something by the lake or something else, then that would give Donald Trump the edge to say, you know what, enough is enough. Get in there, National Guards get in there, military get in there. And they would come through that place. They would come through Chicago like a storm in the night, and they would put martial law all over Chicago. No coming in, no going out, and curfew, and they would roam the streets of Chicago up and down, and it would just terrify everybody that lives in Chicago. One of the and it's one of the and this is true, and this is coming because first of all we talked about it in 2013. No, and the prophets were saying that it was coming. And number two, Donald Trump said it's about to happen. Okay. And number three, I'm trying to think how I should put this. The number three reason was that I told you guys watch the celebrities. Remember back in the Eyes Open Media Facebook page, I told you guys to watch the celebrities because the celebrities the celebrities that are that bow that give their life to Satan and bow to Baphomet and all that crazy stupid stuff, and they know what's coming. So you're gonna start to see them leave. And that's exactly what they did. And back in Eyes Open Facebook page, I said, watch the celebrities. Watch the celebrities because they will tell you exactly what's coming to Chicago. Jordan sold his house. Oprah left. So, you know what I mean? Oprah left Chicago. All the superstars, all the celebrities are leaving Chicago, left Chicago already. A lot of them don't live in Chicago any longer. That should tell you they know what's coming. They're not going to tell anybody about it because they can't, right? But I just told you guys. I told you guys back in 2013. If this is true, if what we're hearing from the prophets are true, just watch the celebrities because they're going to sell their houses and they're going to get out of that area because they know martial law is coming to that area. Isn't that something? They get to know this stuff as well. So some celebrities know exactly what's coming. They get the information. Remember when Prince was overseas and he said that the planes he said that the planes were going to go into the towers or that they were about to blow up the towers, that he needed to get back to America as quick as possible because they're about to blow up the towers. Remember that? Remember when Prince said that to a group? I think he was in Europe or something, and he said, I need to get back home because they about to blow up the towers. Like, you don't think that these celebrities know this, what's going on? They do. Celebrities know, a lot of the celebrities know exactly what's going on, especially the higher ups, because they get it from their secret societies. They get it from the secret societies. They get it from Satan. They get it from the demons. They get it, you know what I mean? So they know what's going on, and we see it over and over and over again that Hollywood knows exactly what's going on years in advance because they put it in, the Zionists and the elites put it into them, tell them to put it into the movies, and so. And of course, a lot of their handlers are in Hollywood, right? And our handlers are the ones that are the producers, the ones that work behind the scenes, not the ones you see, but the ones that work behind the scenes. Those are usually the handlers, the people that you don't see, the people that manage like Justin Bieber and Madonna and all those people. Those are called handlers. They're called managers to us, but they're really handlers because most of them are Jews. Okay, if you guys didn't notice, every time you see like that's another Jew. Another Jew is a manager. You got all these people that are in Hollywood, and all their managers are Jews. And you put the two together. You say, okay, that's your handler. Okay, got it. For the Zionists to keep an eye on you. Yeah. So this is nothing new. Donald Trump warning Chicago, if you don't get your act together, we're going to send the National Guard in, and that will bring martial law in Chicago. This is something that we've already known about back in 2013 from the prophets, and the fact that Donald Trump is the one saying it now, it's it's not surprising at all. Okay, it's not surprising, definitely not surprising that he said it within the first 100 days, because he's making all types of moves now that were made, years ago. Things that were done years ago, he's putting them into action right now. Okay, and so we're gonna see things that were supposed to be done years ago. They're gonna be completed this year. Okay, and a lot of you guys are waiting on Iraq. That Donald Trump's going to try to probably make sure that that's completed this year, because a lot of things that were supposed to be done under Obama and they weren't done are going to be completed this year under Donald Trump. Okay, so as we see now that he's putting the executive orders to do a lot of these things that are coming. Okay, so of course the governor of Illinois doesn't want his state to be flooded with military and being under martial law and have curfews, because it's going to affect them too, right? It's going to affect him. It's definitely going to affect him from being reelected. So he won't be reelected. Because of this. So he doesn't want that. He wants to be reelected. He said he hasn't talked to Donald Trump yet, though. So he needs to get on the phone and get Donald Trump on the phone to see how they can fix this problem of I don't know what. Look at these pictures. Look at these pictures and stuff. Illegal smuggle. These are all fake stuff. Look at it. This is all fake stuff. It's crazy what people do for clickbaits. And this is the woman that took the most heat in Donald Trump's campaign, because she even from the start she kept saying that Donald Trump's going to win the elections, and people were laughing, making so much fun of her. I believe this is the same woman, and she took so much heat, and then she was the one laughing at the end when Donald Trump won the elections. But anyways, so yeah, kind of interesting. I want to see if the governor actually gets a chance to talk to him. Then you got Emmanuel, of course, Obama's puppet, Emmanuel, who's just golly, it's just demonic as can be. He says, let me see what he says. Emmanuel then added that federal assistance would be a welcome proposition. Man, shut up. I mean, come on. I mean, it's so sad that these people. This is and the fact that this is Obama's state. You know what I mean? Like Chicago is Obama's city, right? Obama's area, and Illinois is Obama's state. It's Oprah state. It's Jordan state. Like, it's the people that have so much money, right, and power, and yet it is corrupt and it is a war zone. That says a lot about them. It says a lot about Jordan. It says a lot about Oprah. It says a lot about Obama, especially Obama. Well, what a shame that that your own state is a war zone. out of all the other states in America, Obama's state is the one that's a war zone. Oprah and Jordan representing the Common, the rapper Common, and Kanye West, as we've seen him go crazy. I wonder why his state is crazy. He's gone crazy too, right? So, so oh man! And guess what? Kanye don't live in Chicago. He in L.A. I don't even think Common. I think Common still lives in Chicago, but he's definitely not there a lot. He's mostly in L.A. and in Florida a lot, doing acting and stuff, right? So and then Obama doesn't barely lives there. He bought all these houses outside of America, and then you got Oprah who don't live there. Well, she didn't Oprah move to L.A. or something like that. I don't know. Jordan moved out of there. He couldn't sell his house. He couldn't sell his mansion for you. I don't know. I don't even know if it's still on the market or not. It's probably been sold by now, but it was like on the market for like 4 years. But that's just interesting in the things that are coming to Chicago, and once it hits Chicago, I mean, goodness gracious, you would think that it could spread, to other states that don't that act up, right? So that might, once something starts like this, you don't know where it's gonna go, right? It could easily spread into other states, man, and other states could see feds in there or National Guard and martial law and things of that nature, and the restrictions and stuff. And then we're gonna be talking about who's getting out of the country. A lot of people are gonna flee to Canada. Liberals are fleeing to Canada already, and they're being turned back because they don't have the correct paperwork to come into Canada. I've seen a story about that. So it's already started, guys and girls. We told you that we had the reports from the prophets that Chicago would be coming through military style by the military and the National Guard or whatever the case may be. And we also said that many Americans are going to flee to Canada because Canada is going to become a very prosperous country. They're going the elites. I'm not sure if it's God that's going to do it, or the elites, but Canada is about to prosper. And they're gonna come into a very powerful. They're not gonna have the military we have, but economically they're going to be very, very good. Okay, so watch Canada, because Canada is about to past us in economics, right? They're gonna be very, very financially set here. I don't know for how long. But Canada's going to come into some power and financial power, not military power, because they really don't have a military like that. But financially, they're going to have power, and that's why many Americans are going to be going to Canada for citizenship. So just watch out for that. We said it last year, we said it the year before, and we're starting to see it happen in rapid pace now, as many liberals are now, because of Trump in office, many liberals are trying to get into Canada. And it's just going to pick up more, especially when the dollar starts to go down. When the dollar goes under 90, you're going to definitely start to see many people look at Canada, because Canada is going to be very stable. Okay, I don't know for how long, maybe just for 5-6 years. Because remember, Brazil did the same thing. Brazil came up financially, and then all of a sudden the elites took them out. So it could happen the same thing with Canada. Canada allows the elites the elites allow Canada to rise, and then as soon as many people go into Canada, they take them out. You know what I mean? So we gotta watch out for that. Don't be deceived by that as well, because that happened in Brazil, where many people fled to Brazil because it was so prosperous, and then the elites took out Brazil, and now people in Brazil are hungry, and the whole country is in disarray. Okay, so that could happen to Canada as well. So don't be fooled by that. Okay. Just make sure you ask the Lord where you need to go. But yeah, so Donald Trump sending the National Guard if Chicago don't fix themselves. So interesting. We'll see what happens. And a lot of people are putting Donald Trump with KKK members and racist stuff and things of that nature. That was his dad, not him. So I think that's one of the reasons why he's staying out of that. So that was his dad, not him. And so we need to understand that. So The fact that he wants to bring National Guards in to stop the killing and stuff should give us a sign that he might care a little bit. Okay, so that's it for me. Eyes open.